Hello, you guys. What is going on? Welcome back for another video. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you so much as well. If you are watching on YouTube and you have to leave the house or go run errands or take a long drive, just know that you can always listen to this on the podcast as well. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Just look up Eat, Pray, Manifest, and you'll find all the episodes over there as well. But regardless of where you're watching from, thank you so much for coming back. I greatly appreciate it. Today, we're talking about literally one of my favorite topics in the world that I cannot shut up about. I'm literally yapping about this 24/7. And we're talking about the importance of being delusional and having such an internal faith in yourself in order to manifest anything that you want in this life. My friends and family know I am the Delulu queen. I always say I do not live in reality. I don't care what's realistic or logical. I am always living in the mental reality where I've already achieved all of my dreams, all of my goals. And I truly believe that's how I've manifested everything that I have in my life. I was able to purchase my first home a few years ago. I've now manifested well over $1 million in my online course business. And there's actually science to prove that being delusional and having such an internal faith within yourself allows you to call those goals and your dreams into your reality so much more quickly. So I really just wanted to dive deep into that topic today. We all know that being delusional is super trendy, right? It's all over Instagram and TikTok. Delulu is the salulu, which is so funny, and I know that it's a current trend that people are hopping on, but there's actually so much more to it. There have been thousands of studies within the arena of neuropsychology, neuroplasticity, quantum physics, and quantum mechanics to prove that your brain actually does not know the difference between something that you've heavily imagined and something that you're currently experiencing in your real 3D reality right now. Meaning, if you could create enough of a visualization mentally, subconsciously, to the point where your subconscious believes that you're already living that reality and you've already achieved what it is you want to achieve, your current 3D reality must conform and shift to match the mental reality that you are living. AKA you being incredibly delusional and internally choosing to believe that you've already achieved what you want before it physically has become manifest in your current 3D reality is the fastest way to attract anything to you. So one of my absolute favorite manifestation teachers of all time, Dr. Joe Dispenza, he talks all the time about the fact that imagination is the root of all creation. And whatever the subconscious faithfully embodies, so whatever the subconscious mind 100% believes and deems as true, is the reality that you will experience. So for example, in terms of abundance, I know a lot of us want to manifest money and abundance and success into our life, which is amazing. That is your God-given birthright to experience that, and you should never ever feel guilty for wanting that. But in terms of abundance, if you subconsciously tell yourself on a daily basis, I'm broke, I'm poor, I'm living in lack, if you always say phrases like money doesn't grow on trees, I can't afford it, I'm drowning under a mountain of debt, you are in turn, whether it's consciously or unconsciously, calling more lack into your life because that is the internal dialogue and the verbal language that you are feeding your mind. Therefore, you're going to keep experiencing a reality where you perpetually live in a state where there's never enough and you're living in lack and you feel like you're living in poverty and you cannot afford things. Which is why on the opposite side of the token, right, if you were to convince your subconscious mind that you're already abundant and you're already living in the wealth and living in the prosperity you desire, what would happen is that your current 3D reality that you're experiencing now on a daily basis would have no choice but to shift and conform to match that mental abundant reality that you've convinced yourself that you are already living in. Okay, so I've talked about this story before and I have plenty of other examples that we'll hop into as well, but when I bought my first home a few years ago, I made a vision board, I put pictures of the home that I wanted on there. I started closing my eyes and imagining Christian and I living there and having friends and family over, my dog there, and I really started living in this mental reality that I was already a homeowner. I closed my eyes so many times and did a detailed visualization right before I fell asleep at night when I was falling into that dream state. Because again, we know the prime time to visualize and to meditate is when your brain is in the theta state. When your brain is in theta, this is when your physical body is very sleepy. This is called the state akin to sleep. And we know that whatever mental image and whatever internal dialogue is soaked up by the subconscious as you are drifting off to sleep in that theta state, the subconscious takes as true. So just a little quick tip for any of you out there, if you were wondering the prime time to visualize and to meditate and do any type of manifestation technique that's in alignment for you, in my opinion, the best time to do that is when your brain is in the theta state. And the reason why is because when you're in theta and your physical body is very sleepy and you're about to fall asleep, right? That's when your conscious mind is shut down. Your conscious mind is the fight or flight mind. It's the mind that wants to keep you safe, wants to keep you comfortable. It does not want you to elevate. It doesn't want you to get into a better relationship. It doesn't want you to manifest more money because it feels uncomfortable. It feels like change, right? So when you are visualizing and meditating and you're not in the theta state and the conscious mind is wide awake, what it's going to do is it's going to put up an obstacle and put up a fight when you're feeding it new affirmations and you're trying to convince the conscious mind that this new reality, that you're already living this new reality. And the conscious mind doesn't buy it. It always wants to put up an obstacle and a barrier to that. So in my opinion, I listen to all of my meditation tracks, all of my binaural beats, affirmation tracks. I watch my mind movie. When my brain is in the theta state, when my physical body is very sleepy as I'm drifting off to bed, because that's when the conscious mind is shut down and the subconscious is cracked wide open. Now, the reality that you are living now, every single day, on a daily basis is simply a reflection of the beliefs that your subconscious holds. So if you want to change your life, you need to reprogram your subconscious mind with a new set of beliefs and a new set of affirmations. Whatever you internally believe subconsciously, that is the reality that you will live. So if you truly hold the belief internally that money doesn't grow on trees, money is hard to come by, I will never be wealthy. Guess what? You will never be wealthy and money will always be hard to come by because your reality is simply a reflection of the subconscious beliefs and affirmations and assumptions that you hold. So if you want to manifest anything, money, love, wealth, any type of upgrade in your life, you need to get in there and rewire the subconscious mind. This is why everyone talks about reprogramming your mind because it is the only thing that works. It is the only thing that has been proven with a 100% success rate. If you want to manifest love, millions of dollars, weight loss, your dream car, travel, a dream job, whatever it is, you have to start believing subconsciously that it's already yours. And more importantly, you have to start believing that's who you are. If you continue to wake up and identify with the version of you that's living in lack, and living in scarcity and living in poverty, and you believe you're hard to love and life is a burden, and everyone's out to get you, that is the life that you will experience because the reality that you're living now is simply a reflection of your internal beliefs and your internal assumptions. You have created the entire reality that you live now on a daily basis through your thoughts and through your internal assumptions. Make no mistake about it. No one else has created the reality that you're living. No one else has dealt you these bad cards. Through your internal beliefs and through your internal assumptions, brick by brick, you have created the current reality that you are living. And you're the only one who can change it. Now, I'm not saying this is anybody's fault whatsoever. You should not feel any guilt or any shame, nothing like that. I only say that to say, you're the only one that holds the power to get in there and rewire your thoughts and rewire your beliefs to elevate your life. No one else can do that for you. And maybe before you've attained, this manifestation education, you have unconsciously created the life that you're living. But now that you know this education, you can redirect those thoughts and redirect those assumptions to live the life that you want. I'm telling you guys, when I went from being a very broke single mom to now manifesting well over $1 million in my business, it might be closer to $2 million if we include like prior YouTube revenue and other business ventures that I've had. But in order for me to do that, I had to stop believing the old negative story that I was telling myself. For many years, for about the first 3 to 4 years of my son's life, I would always say out loud, I'm a broke single mom. And I kept identifying as that. So that was the reality that I kept living. I was identifying with the broke version of me where life was a struggle and life was a burden and I was a single mom and boo-hoo, poor me. And my reality never changed because at the core, that's who I believed I was. And then once I dove into all of this spiritual work and learning about conscious creation and the fact that our beliefs and our assumptions create our reality, I started to create a new identity for myself. And I started to no longer identify with that version of me who was living in lack. And I started to tell myself on a daily basis, I am worthy and I am deserving of living a beautiful life and achieving all the beautiful things that life has to offer. You guys know a decade ago, I started my YouTube channel. I started going after my goals and going after my dreams and polishing my skill set, and abundance and wealth and opportunities and new friends and new relationships started flowing in because I switched my internal dialogue and my verbal language, and I started believing that I was worthy and deserving and capable of more. Everything starts with your internal belief, aka delusion. If you want to be a content creator, if you want to be a business owner, start embodying the version of yourself now who already is that thing. Ask yourself, okay, what is my main goal? Who do I want to be? How much money do I want to call in? What relationship do I want to have? Literally jot down on a pen and paper the characteristics of the future version of you who's already living your dream life. And then you're going to wake up every day and you're going to go about your day as if you were already living your dream life, right? Because we know through quantum physics, All versions of you exist in a quantum reality, in the quantum field. And the version of you that you experience now in your current 3D life is simply a reflection. It's a match to the energetic frequency that you put out on a daily basis. So there's a version of you who stays broke and stays poor and stays living in lack. There's a version of you who stays at a comfortable level that you're at now. There's a multi-million-dollar version of you. There's a billion-dollar version of you. All versions of you exist in the quantum field, and the one that you physically call into your current 3D reality that you physically experience here in 3D human form is going to be based upon the energetic frequency that you emit, and then you call that version of you into your reality, and that's the life that you experience now. So in order to call that future version of you into this reality that you are experiencing now, what do you have to do? You have to match the energy and the vibration of that which you desire to be. So again, get out a pen and a paper and ask yourself, if I was already making 30 grand a month, 50 grand a month, 2 million a year, whatever it is that you personally desire, how would I act? What would my daily routine be? How would I be feeling? How would I carry myself? What characteristics does the future version of Jordan have that I am not yet embodying? Because we know that like attracts like, right? The law of attraction, one of the 12 universal laws. Whatever vibration and energy you emit, you get things in your life that mirror back a like vibration. So if you're waking up and you're saying things like, I'm broke and I'm poor and I'm living in lack, would the future millionaire version of you be saying things like that? No, they would not. So cut that negative language out of your vocabulary. You need to wake up and delusionally believe. And I mean, you guys, you got to go balls to the wall with your delusion. You need to internally believe in yourself so much and convince the subconscious mind on a daily basis that what you want is already yours so that it can become yours. Again, going back to the story that I shared before I got my first house, when I decided I wanted that house, I started telling all my friends and family. I bought a new house. I would go shopping for the new house. I was buying new locks for the doors and new home decor. And I was already writing out my Instagram caption to share with people that I had bought a house before I physically had the keys. I had such an internal delusional belief in myself that it would happen. And I literally convinced my subconscious mind that it happened before it actually happened. Before I actually got the call that I had the house and it was mine, I knew it was mine. I held the internal belief to such a high level that I had already convinced my subconscious that that was the reality that I was living. So the day that I got the call and they're like, yep, your loan went through, you got the house, I already knew it. I wasn't jumping for joy in that moment. Obviously, I was celebrating later, but it's something that felt natural to me because I already knew that thing is already mine. That's what I've set my intention on. I know I'm worthy. I know I'm deserving. I know I'm capable of that. And I'm going to wake up every day and exist throughout my day and embody the version of Jordan who already has the house, who's already a homeowner. I called and got home insurance. I measured things in the house so I could get a new couch. And I got the information to get like my utilities and stuff set up. And I took all the action throughout the day as if I already had the house. So that is my main advice to you guys. Decide on whatever goal that you want very specifically, and then wake up and literally delusionally believe that it's already yours and it's already on the way to you. The universe is bringing it to you, and embody the version of you who already has it, because what that's going to allow you to do is get on the energetic timeline so that what you want can magnetically be attracted into your life through the path of least resistance, because you already believe that it's yours.
All right, you guys, I'm just popping on to say thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, you're like, what the heck? I just popped on in a new clip with a new outfit. If you're listening on the podcast, you have no idea that anything just happened, but I somehow deleted my first outro clip from this episode. So I'm just hopping on here on another day, new outfit, to say thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate you guys. If you are watching here on YouTube, I would love if you can just give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, feel free to leave a comment down below. My little golden here is going nuts. If you are listening on the podcast, I would love if you could give us a review. By us, I mean me. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know. I would love to have you guys join my Viral Manifestation Academy. I will go ahead and put the link down below. And if you want a customized affirmation track recorded by me to manifest your goals and your dreams in record time, I would love to create that for you. I will leave another link down below. Whether you're listening on the podcast, it'll be down below in the description, in the show notes. And if you're on YouTube, it'll just be right down below in the description. So just wanted to say thank you so much for your time today. I hope you genuinely enjoyed this video and got a lot of value out of it. I appreciate you guys. I'm wishing you an amazing week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.